Shantac. Shantacs are a species of flying bird-like creatures. They are larger than elephants in size and are said to have heads resembling those of horses and lay eggs of colossal size and rich flavor? Very few humans are known to have seen them in person. Shantacs have a slimy reptilian skin, a pair of membranous bat-like wings, and a head which is said to resemble that of a horse. They are known to inhabit the cold waste region of Earth's dreamlands. Okay. I didn't even know those were real, but okay. Where they are sometimes used as mounts by the denizens of the strange land, although they are deeply fearful of the night gods, which also live there. Yeah, that could end the world, right? Well, could it? I don't know. Yeah, like, slimy, okay, so they're hard to catch. Reptilian skin, not a fan. Bat-like wings and a head which is said to resemble that of a horse. Okay. Well, a flying horse. I don't even know. I feel like that's tameable. You know? I feel like that's a tameable creature. Like, you could use that as like a, hey, faithful steed going into battle against the other creatures on this list? For sure. For sure. Yog-Sothoth. Yog-Sothoth is a cosmic entity and outer god. Ooh. Born of the nameless mist. He is the progenitor of Cthulhu. Hastur the unspeakable and the ancestor of Wormy. He is also the father of Wilbur Whately. I love how all the other relatives have like an incredible name, like Cthulhu, Hastur the unspeakable, and ancestor of Wormy. And then he's like, he's also the father of Wilbur Whately. What a name. Yog-Sothoth visually manifests as a mass of glowing orbs with eyes or tendrils in some versions, and in others simply the orbs. It is heavily implied, if not outright stated, that Yog-Sothoth is omniscient and is locked outside the universe, meaning he can know and see all of space-time all at once, which means there is no secret hidden from Yog-Sothoth. Yeah, okay, that could totally destroy the world if it was real. I mean, the fact that it already knows what's gonna happen, if we did try to fight back, it'd be like, well, I know you're gonna do this, so I'll just do this to counter, but at the same time, wouldn't it already know? If it knows all, then it would know that it was gonna conquer the universe, and it would have, it's just waiting for the time to strike when it's supposed to. So, yeah, that's definitely likely. If that was real, for sure. Especially you can't get your hands on it. Like, how are you supposed to destroy that? It sounds like energy personified into a living, into a living conscious being. It's energy personified into a living conscious being. So I don't know, seems how you can't destroy or create energy, this one would be pretty hard to come up against. So for sure would take over the world, 100%. The Hydra. Mother Hydra is an enormous humanoid creature with a fish-like face, flapping gills, and Piscian skin. Do they have an Instagram? Anyways, fish face. She, along with Father Dagon and Great Cthulhu himself, form the holy trinity of the Deep Ones, the three entities. There is much debate on whether Mother Hydra is a great old one herself, or if she is simply a massively overgrown Deep One, considering that some Deep Ones continue to grow as they age. But it should be noted that Hydra and her consort, Dagon, have been entrusted by Cthulhu with the guardianship of his daughter, Cthyla. This is a duty which they perform in one of the Deep One's mighty submarine cities somewhere beneath the North Atlantic. That one just wouldn't scroll over. Stop it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if she's got homies to back her up, then for sure. Like, would destroy the world. I'm pretty sure anything that came out of Lovecraft's mind has the capability of destroying the world, or at least part of it. Or at least just take it over a little chunk, and that could be their own world, you know what I mean? Hey guys, it's Rachel Fisher back again with Top 10 Central Dark, and today we are talking about Top 10 Lovecraftian monsters that can end the world. Yeah, so Lovecraft is known for his horrific monsters and his stories. I've watched the show on Crave, I think it is called, and it's pretty fantastic, but I've not read the books yet, so I'm excited to hear about some of these stories, and I hope you are too, so let's keep going. Gatothoa. Gatothoa, aka the Dark One, is a great old one, and the firstborn of Cthulhu, spawned by Idia on the planet Xoth. Great. It is a huge, amorphous monstrosity whose appearance is so hideous that anyone who gazes upon it, or even a perfect replica, is petrified into a living mummy. The victim is permanently immobilized, the body taking on the consistency of leather, ew, and the internal organs and brain preserved indefinitely. Yeah, that's awful, yet remains fully aware. So it's preserved as a mummy? Like, all leathery and gross, but it has, like, the consciousness of a human being. No. Only the destruction of the subject's brain or the application of a magic scroll can free it from its hellish prison, though the unfortunate is likely to be incurably insane long before the welcomed release. Yeah. I would definitely go insane. Oh, I hate that. I don't like the idea of being trapped inside anything. When I was a kid, I used to wail and wail and wail, would drive my dad crazy until I was let out of the crib and learned how to crawl, and I think that's a metaphor for life. But that's, don't like that. Imagine, I feel like Gatothoa could create like a legion of these creatures and bring them to war as soon as they go insane. So, yeah, definitely possible. Definitely possible, especially if he made them like all military people. No thank you. But look at me! That's also a thing too. You'd have to force them to be like, look at me! You know what I mean? Deep one. Deep ones are primarily aquatic in nature, although they are capable of surviving on land for an indefinite period of time. They are hairless, have a scaly fish-like skin, feathered gills on their necks or upper torsos, and are possessed of webbed hands and feet which facilitate travel beneath waves. That's very practical. That's good. You know, you should have that if you're gonna live underwater. They entered a contract with the people of Innsmouth to keep the fish plentiful in their area. They also seem to have a supply of gold artifacts of an earthly design. The Deep Ones worship Father Dagon and his consort Mother Hydra. These ones sound okay. The Deep Ones sound okay. You know, as long as you don't take all their fish away, I think they'll be okay with that, you know? They just sound like they're just trying to do their best, you know? They've got the practical swimming ability with, like, webbed hands. That's okay. They just want to make sure that they can eat, and that's about it. They don't seem too demanding. They don't seem like they want to conquer the world, so I think they can stay. I'm happy about it. All right, good for them. Cthulhu. I love that name. Cthulhu is a great old one of great power who lies in a death-like slumber beneath the Pacific Ocean in his sunken city of Rylea. He remains a dominant presence in the eldritch dealings of our world. The most detailed descriptions of Cthulhu are based on statues of the creature. One constructed by an artist after a series of baleful dreams is said to have yielded simultaneous pictures of an octopus, a dragon, and a human caricature. Sounds like Dave Jones. A pulpy, tentacled head surmounted a grotesque and scaly body with rudimentary wings. It can fly. Gross. No thank you. No thank you. I've seen pictures of Cthulhu online because years and years ago my friend Matt introduced me to him. But yeah, Cthulhu out of all of these creatures, I don't know why they're not number one, but Cthulhu 100% could take over the world because he's just sleeping. Imagine what we all could do being that well rested, you know? Bokrug. Bokrug is the lake-dwelling god of the semi-amphibian Thumha, voiceless ones, of Ib in the land of Nar. The deity sleeps beneath the calm waters of a lake that bordered Ib in the city of Sarnath. When the humans of Sarnath cruelly slaughtered the populace of Ib and stole the god's idol, the great deity stirred. Ooh. On the 1000th anniversary of Ib's destruction, Bokrug... Why'd he wait 1,000 years? Bokrug rose up and utterly destroyed the city of Sarnath so completely that not even ruins remained. Afterwards, the Thumha race recolonized Ib and thenceforth lived undisturbed. So who knows? I mean, he sounds like a pretty just, like, could he destroy the world? Yes. Would he? No. I feel like this guy's pretty fair, you know? I don't know why he waited 1,000 years. Maybe it takes him that long to wake up, but I know what it's like rolling out of bed in the morning. Sometimes it's like I wake up at 7 and then all of a sudden it's 8:30. It's like, whoa. Yeah, could he? Yes. Would he? I don't think so. I think he would only do it if he really needed to, which it seems like he did because these people were awful. Stop killing people! Azathoth. Azathoth is a deity in the Cthulhu mythos and dream cycle stories of H.P. Lovecraft and other authors. Its epitaphs include the nuclear chaos, the demon sultan, and the blind idiot god who unintentionally created the universe and sits at the center of it. Great. He is said to be a swirling mass of tentacles reaching an impossible size. Sounds like a colossal squid sitting in the middle of the universe. We already have that, okay? Azathoth. What a great name. Could he? Probably. Would he? I don't think so. I think he's too content with the fact that he's created it from the way it sounds. Like, imagine he just created the universe, was like, huh, I did a good job, and then just sat down and chilled out, you know? You know how you do that after a long day's work? You just sit down with a coffee or beverage of choice and just admire all the work you did for the day. So I feel like he's a pretty chill guy. I would sit with him. I'd talk to him. How'd he do it? I'd love to know. Ghast. Hailing from Lovecraft's surreal dream cycle, ghasts are humanoid creatures that live in the vaults of Zin. They have a vaguely human face but lack noses or ears. They also have kangaroo-like legs, which they use to hop around on, and are very swift, strong, and agile, like kangaroos. They hate sunlight and thus dwell in the complete darkness with sunlight capable of destroying them. Kangaroo/vampire. Hunting in packs, they are fearsome hunters who will practice cannibalism if they get too hungry. So not loyal then. Okay. Yeah, definitely could destroy the world if they're like, if anybody's ever seen like a kangaroo punch a human being. Yeah, so if this is like human cross vampire cross kangaroo. Yes, they could. They could definitely destroy the world for sure. And last but not least, number 1, Yog-Sothoth. This writhing, I hate that word, writhing mass of tentacles is said to be Cthulhu's sister. Damn. She's described as literally just a big pile of tentacles, and in turn gave birth to Nakosta and Cthulhu, Cthulhu's daughters. Wait a minute. This is so... Her abilities are ill-defined, but she can grab her victims with her tendrils and yank them in to devour them whole. Straight to the point. I like it. She's also noted for particularly bad-tempered and violent, causing other old ones to tread carefully around her. Bad-tempered! Seriously. Ugh. This is like a Zeus-Hera situation here, I think. Yeah. The gods love that. Because, I don't know, they're in such short supply. I feel like out of all of them, she's probably the least likely. I feel like she's just kind of hungry and would stay in one place and just devour whoever came across her. There are others on this list that could definitely destroy the world, like Cthulhu if he wanted to, for sure. 100%. Her brother? Yeah, for sure. Maybe she could. I mean, there is no wrath like a woman scorned, so if somebody were to make her that angry, I wouldn't put it past her. Let's put it that way. And that was our top 10 list of Lovecraftian monsters that can end the world. Let us know if you've read H.P. Lovecraft down below, and I haven't actually read the books yet, so please let me know which ones I should start with. I think that's why I haven't actually tackled them yet, because there's so many, I just don't even know where to begin. And also, you know I'm the biggest chicken when it comes to terror and horror, so... But I love reading. I love it. It's my lifeblood. I don't even watch TV anymore. It's just books. Because it's great. I've been your host, Rachel Fisher, and until next time, take care and stay scared. Alrighty, here we go. Go away. Okay. This is gonna be a fun one to read. Okay. Number 9. Yog-Sothoth. For sure. I mean, oh, come on, don't do this. What's it look like? Yeah, like, that... his daughters is what I'm gonna say. Guardianship of number 6. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Sorry. Gatothoa. Number 7. The deity sleeps beneath the calm water. A lot of sleeping going on. One of the 1000th anniversary on the 1000th. Really? Afterwards, the Thumha race recolonized Ib and thenceforth, can't say today. Afterwards, the Thumha race recolonized Ib and thenceforth Number the audacity of people having emergencies on Sundays. Can't get over it. Are we done? I hope you save them, whoever they are. Number 3, Azathoth. Thoth. Number 3, Azathoth. Azathoth. I can't do it. It feels so weird. Azathoth. Thoth. I can't say that clearly. And last but not least, Casogotha. Number 1,